All right, guys, old Gray Fox here. They just called me. I have to come across the street at the other location. We were doing an MDS delete on a Dodge Ram that we did find some problems with, but there's a backstory to this, and there's also a bad ending. So I want to explain that to you, and I'm going to do it by video here in a second. As you guys know, we do a lot of MDS and DOD deletes here, probably about 4 a week. You can see we're prepping for another one right now. This guy here came in. His daughter said that she pulled up at a convenience store, shut it off, and it wouldn't restart. Now that's when it starts to get interesting. There's so much to the story that I gotta be quick, so stay with me. So the customer calls a mobile mechanic. The mobile mechanic comes out, it won't start. So they put a battery in it. Obviously they've been cranking it, trying to get it to start. It's dead. Finally get a battery in it, try to start it again, still won't start. So the mobile mechanic says, I'm not getting a crank signal, let's put a crank sensor in it. They put a crank sensor in it. He then says, well, I got injector codes and throttle body code. So they put a throttle body in it. They don't mess with the injectors. After that, they tow it back to the customer's house. The mobile mechanic comes back out again, checks everything over and says, hey, look, we got a bad PCM. They buy a PCM off of eBay. eBay ships it out to him. They put it in, then they got nothing. No communication through the PCM, and it won't start the car at all. They then decided to tow it to us. So the first thing we do is we double check and try to find out why we can't communicate with the PCM. We find the PCM's not programmed. We offer it to the customer to send it back out, have it the PCM programmed, and they shipped it back to us. We finally installed it in the vehicle. We try to start it up. The truck will turn over, but will not start unless you hold your the throttle down to about 20%, and it would again spit, sputter, pop through the intake. Then we just simply did a relative compression check on it, and even just with our ears, we could tell we had bad cylinders. So we instantly tell the customer, hey, you know what, we're going to do an MDS delete on it. We go ahead and start pulling the motor down, and we find all its problems. All the problems were over here, and this is your driver's side. No lifter problems. We didn't see any problems with this side. And over here, you can see we have the new Z push rod. Yeah, that's not right. But what's really interesting is we're missing a roller, and it's been grinding into the camshaft for a while. Now his daughter says this thing ran perfect until she pulled up that day. I don't think so, but there's more bad news, so hold on. So after a little bit of scoping, I'm hoping this is showing up on my phone, that roller dropped down and took out the reluctant wheel on the crankshaft. So I mean, I'm sure we could put a new crank in this and put the motor, especially since the heads are already being machined right now, but that's not going to be advantageous for this customer, so we're going to suggest a replacement. So guys, this is like the worst case scenario. Watch your mobile mechanics. Click like and share.